All right, my people. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Where are you watching from? Where are you watching from? Good afternoon. It's Sunday. It's a very good Sunday. It's a very good Sunday. Today is a great Sunday. Where are you watching from? You are welcome. You are welcome. It's another day. It's another day that the Lord has made, and I'm back here again. I'm back here again. What you could do for me is to share it. If you think the message is good, you can share it to encourage me and to encourage others. We need to share it. Okay. After my message last week, I was actually asking myself question, and I'm asking, why is it that we make plans? Like I said, we make plans. This is what I'm going to achieve this year, and all of a sudden we don't have strength again. We don't continue on the plans. That question came to me. That's why. What are the reasons? What are the reasons why we make our new year plan, what we want to achieve in a year, and along the line we give up? What is the reason? Why do we give up? And many of us have been experiencing the same thing. Year by year we make plans and we don't achieve all our plans. Some don't even achieve any. All right, so it's a very big question that I have been asking myself, and I know that there is someone right there that is still asking himself the same question. And when I go through this, I came up with 6 points, or you can call it 6 reasons why we don't achieve our plans. 6 good reasons why we don't achieve our plans. First and foremost, I want to hint that one thing is this: our plans have to be achievable. It doesn't matter how strong you are, it doesn't matter how determined you are. If your plans, if you want to achieve, is unachievable, you're still gonna give up. It doesn't matter. You know your capacity, you know what you can do, you know how much you can stretch yourself. If you stretch yourself beyond your own capacity, you are going to give up, or you are going to break down. Okay? So, number one thing to hint here is that our plans must be achievable. Okay? Our plans cannot be selfish plans. Alright? As a matter of fact, God bless you not only for yourself, it's for the people. Okay? The plans you have, I want you to go through your plans you have for this year. In what way are you impacting people? In what way are you helping others? In what way are you helping someone that is less privileged? In what way? So if we are making plans only for ourselves, then it's not right. If God is there looking at people to bless, and when he look at this number, Mr. A, and see that Mr. A have plans only for himself, and look at Mr. B and see that Mr. B have plans even to help others, to impact people, of course God will bless this Mr. B, right? So my encouragement here is that let our plans be number one. Our plans have to be achievable. Our plans must not be a selfish plan. Our plans must not be a selfish plan, right? Then the next thing I want to hint here is that when we have plan and say, this year I will do this, you have plan, but you have a strategy. When you have plan, you got to have a strategy to achieve that plan. The corporate environment, they understand this very well. The corporate environment, they understand it very well. That's why they will have vision, company's vision. Then they'll have mission. The company vision can be 20 years plan, and say this company will do this in 20 years, we achieve this on 20 years time, in 20 years time. Then they will have mission. Mission is the strategy and how you are going to achieve that. So it's very good when we have plan and say we are going to achieve this. Let's say December 2021, I'm going to do this. So it's very important that you have plans. You have steps on how you're going to achieve that. Then it will be easier for you to check. Like in a corporate environment, they put it in quarter. They say this quarter, first quarter, second quarter, third quarter, and fourth quarter. So it's important that when you have your plan, you divide it on how you're going to achieve it. That is very important, so that first quarter of the year you can say, okay, this is what I am supposed to achieve, and have I achieved it? Is there anyone that I didn't achieve? Then you can carry it over. It's normal. All right, so I think this is very important. Remember, have your plans, have your vision, then have your mission on how to achieve it. That's not point number one. So another point is that point number two is this: make up your mind. You got to make up your mind. The road to success is never an easy route. You have to make up your mind. You have to take no for an answer. You have to tell yourself, I am going to achieve this. I am going to achieve this. It have to cost you something, because you are not going to achieve anything if it doesn't cost you anything. Right? It got to cost you some displeasure. If you're someone that drinks, it got to cost you some bottles of beer. If you're someone that smokes, it got to cost you some sticks of cigarette. Right? So it got to cost you something. It got to cost you something to achieve something. All right? So that is point number two. Get yourself made up your mind, and know that it got to cost you something. If you say you want to do this year, get ready. It have to cost you something to achieve that. It got to cost you something to achieve that. That is point number two. Okay? Point number three, you have to make up your mind not to blame anyone. Don't blame others. All right? When you give up in blaming others, and when you take full responsibility of whatever is happening, you will find a way to correct it. If I take responsibility and say I didn't achieve this, it's my fault, then I'll be able to look at my life and say, okay, this is where I did it wrong, this is where I need to improve. Then it will help me. But if I keep blaming another person, I am not going to change. I'm not going to change. So this is the second point. All right? Don't blame anyone. Take full responsibility. Don't blame anyone. Take full responsibility. Okay? The next point I want to bring out here is this. When you have plans, you got to imagine it all the time. You got to meditate on it. You have to imagine it all the time. All right? You have to use the power of imagination. Always imagine yourself. You wanna get married. Always imagine yourself that you are married. You wanna build a house. Always imagine yourself that I have built this house. Right? You wanna achieve something on your career. You have to always imagine it. You have to always imagine it, because when you imagine it, you see it happening. What happens when you imagine it is that you start seeing it. You start seeing it. The power of imagination will start working on you. For instance, let's say you want to buy a car. I don't know if it's about someone. You want to buy a car or something, or you want to build a house. Let's say a car. When you start imagining it, you observe that wherever you go, you always see that car you want to buy. Wherever you want to go, you always see that car. Oh, you say, why is it that I'm always seeing this car? No, it's a power of imagination. You have imagined it in your mind, and that's why you always attract it, right? So it's very important to always imagine it. Always imagine it. Whatever you want to do, always meditate on it. Always tell yourself that I have to achieve this. And the power of imagination will help you to always keep on pushing. Even when things are hard, you know that, oh, I will keep on pushing because I keep imagining it. So this is another point. All right. Point number 5. Point number 5 is look up to someone. Look up to someone. Whatever you want to do, whatever plans you have, there is someone that have already gone through this done it. What you want to do, okay? Always have someone to look up to. You want to start a business, always look up to someone that have already started the business. Okay? You want to do whatever you want to do. You want to get married, always look up to someone that's already married. Okay? It will help you to give you that strength. Okay? So always look up to someone. Looking up to someone could be going through, if let's say you want to start a business, going through, reading through the person's biography, what the person have gone through, because it will help you. Instead of you going through the ups and downs in the thing, in that thing you want to do, you can learn from what the person have gone through. It will help you. Okay? It's gonna help us. Looking up to someone that have gone through it reading through what the person have done, where the person have failed, right? This is very important. Actually, I was listening to Jack Ma, the owner of Alibaba, and he said something. He said that you don't need to go and read success story of people. Read their failure. Okay? Read their failure. When you read people's failure, you will be able to know, oh, this is where this person have failed, and then we will learn from it. All right? So this is very important. Look up to someone. Whatever you want to do, you are not the first person that have ever done it. There is always someone that have done it before. You have to look up to the person. Whatever you want to do, you can ask the person questions. How do you do this? How do you do that? It will help us not to fail, right? It will help us. The person that have done it before have already gone through the ups and downs. So when you connect to the person, when you ask questions, when you read through the person's biography and what the person have gone through, it will help us. It will help us. Then the sixth and the last one that I want to mention here, is always beware of your last success. Okay? Always beware of your last success. This thing happen every day. You can say, okay, I will do this, I will do this, I will do this. The first success you have achieved will go into your head, right? When it goes into your head, then you start to relent, right? That strength that you have to push on, you relax. And anytime you relax, time is not going to wait for you. When you relax, the thing also will relax. And that's why you see people, they say they want to do this, I want to do this, I want to do this. They do the first one and the second one, and they can't achieve the other ones. Right? So always tell yourself that whichever one I have achieved, I put it aside and keep on moving. Whichever one I have achieved, I put it aside and I'll keep on moving. Okay? Always look up, beware of your last success. Beware of your last success. Someone said it, Miles Moron said it. He said that he mentioned it. I can't remember exactly how he said, but he's trying to tell us that the problem we have is our last success. Okay? The problem we have is our last success. So always look up your last success. Okay? I have achieved it. You put it aside and keep on moving. I have achieved it. Put it aside and keep on moving. So that is it. I wouldn't want my message to be too long. The 6 things that I observed, that's a recap. The 6 things that I observed that why we don't achieve our plans. After the New Year plans, 6 things why we don't achieve our plans. Number 1, a recap. Have plans and have strategy. Have mission and vision on how you want to achieve it. Number 2 is make up your mind and say, come rain, come sun, I will achieve it. Number 3, blame no one. Don't blame anyone. Take responsibility. Number 4, always imagine it. Always imagine it that you are on it. You are already done it. So use the power of imagination. Number 5, look up to someone that have already done it. Listen to the person. Look at where the person have failed and where the person have done good. Then number 6 and the last one, always beware of your last success. Always beware of your last success. I hope this message have blessed someone. Please encourage me by sharing this message. You don't know who need it. You don't know who need it. You don't know who is in a mess right now. You don't know who is struggling to achieve his or her goal. Share it and let it go viral. You don't know who need it most. All right? So see you guys again. I love you guys all, and God bless you.